New York Democratic Governor Kathy Hochul is concerned about her constituents following the major snowstorm that ripped through her state, the state of New York, and all of New England and all that. And a big chunk of the country from here to there. Just last weekend, big snowstorm. So she stepped in to save the day by trying to teach the people of New York how to properly do something that we all know she has no idea how to do herself.
Pro tips on shoveling from someone from Buffalo who knows. Just push it out of the way, okay? See what I'm doing here? No strain on the back from doing that. Now, when it gets a lot heavier, you're gonna have to do a little bit more, but don't lift much. Just do it in smaller bits, okay? Little bits. You can do this. Don't do a big pile and fill this up, because that can lead to a heart attack. You don't want that.
Well, that's a subject of some debate at this point. But you grew up in New England. You grew up shoveling snow. You know what snow is.
Yeah, no. This reminds me of like TV reporters who are in kayaking, and it's like one foot of rain, and they're just trying to make themselves feel like a big deal. And so these politicians they want to get a few more Twitter followers, and so then they post these types of videos.
I think y'all are being way too hard on the governor. Remember, this is the same one that introduced young black men like myself into the word computer. Remember, we didn't know how to use, we didn't know the word computer, and it was Kathy Hochul who was so concerned about, black boys in the Bronx who've never heard the word computer before. So this is right on brand for her to also shovel snow or shovel something.
Right. Well, much like all politicians, this is probably a 20-year-old staffer telling her, let's make this video and put it on social media. It's going to do really well, and she goes along with it. And
they're freezing in the snow, in the cold, filming with their iPhone.
Yes.
I checked it out. Gretchen Whitmer did the same thing last year, except she was pretending to rake someone else's snow as a good neighbor.
Oh.
So
or drinking a beer with
common
Kamala.
cold weather.
Yeah. Remember Cory Booker, when he was the mayor of Newark, he would go to residents' houses when their houses were burning, and he would go with the firefighters to fight those blazes.
Nice.
It's like the caucus moment to help.
I grew up in Chicago and New York, so we grew up with pickaxes going through the snow, and there were kids all over our neighborhood the last couple of days. Teams of kids with shovels, real dirt shovels and stuff out there shoveling the ice and snow.
Well, I'm lost pickaxes. Why do you need pickaxes?
Well, because the snow in Chicago, the snow and ice is so thick and heavy that a regular snow shovel is not nearly enough. It's serious winter there,
That was
when
before
the wind blows.
that was before global warming.
That's
They don't have enough snow in Oklahoma.
Yeah. We never have to pick ice. That's what you use it with a pickaxe.
Chicago's looking forward to global warming. A little global warming would go a long way in Chicago. The communist Hochul she endorsed the communist mayor of New York City, and he jumped in on the fun too. Zohran Mamdani. Don't mess with the Zohran. He demonstrating how someone who has actually never worked a day in his life doing anything at all to be a productive member of society, and in the process proving that shoveling snow is another subject that he knows absolutely nothing about, because they're Democrats, and he's he pretends to be from Uganda or something, but he moved to the East Coast of the United States when he was 7, I think, didn't he?
I guess what would fit in with the socialist plan, he should get the rich people to come in and go to the lower income neighborhoods and shovel their snow would be kind of what he might.
That'd be very redistributionist, I've got to say. Well, also, one of the things that we haven't talked about is in Minneapolis, the big banners and the people marching with streets. It's the Party for Socialism and Liberation marching, and they have their signs and the professionally made signs and all that.
Right.
And their goal is to do away with capitalism.
Right. Well, I do wonder in this video who did it first. Was it Hochul or was it Mamdani? Which socialist was it first?
Information. Truth is freedom. Is Newsmax. It's real news for real people.